In this lesson, I'm going to show you 2 advanced ways to fingerpick the song Oceans by Hillsong. So one way is going to be like this. And then the other way is going to be like this. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're using alternative chord voicings, kind of more advanced chord voicings for the key of G, and then also chords in the key of D. So I've done a lesson on this song recently in the key of G, showing you how to do the picking pattern with chords up here in the key of G, kind of that E minor, D over F, G, D, C. Sounds great. Sounds really, really good. So if you need help on some of those chords, or if you want to go back to that lesson and go over some strumming, I'm going to link it up here in a card. But for this lesson, we're just going to focus on alternative chord voicing. So instead of this G, we're going to play that G. Instead of this E minor, we're going to play this E minor. So that's in the key of G. The second way you heard me play through it at the beginning there was in the key of D. So using chords in the key of D. Instead of using the D here, the B minor here, the A here, we're using B minor, A over C sharp, D. We're using these chords up here. So I'm not going to be able to go through literally every single chord voicing in both the key of G and the key of D. I've done full lessons on those already, so I'm going to link those up top. I go through specifically where your fingers are up here, higher on the neck, for both the key of G alternative chords and the key of D alternative chords. Now before we zoom in on these chords and these shapes, I've got the chord charts for this song both in the key of G and the key of D on my Patreon page. So if you need to print those off, if you need to download them into a PDF as you kind of work through this song and the finger picking, that's definitely a resource for you if you need it. So that'll be linked in my profile and in the video description down below. And I'm going to show you the specific finger picking pattern. The pattern is pretty easy. I just did a lesson on it within the last few months, like 10 songs, 4 chords, 1 picking pattern. It's a very simple pattern. So really what we're doing for playing chords in the key of G, the alternative chords in the key of G, we're going to be doing the thumb on the bass note of the string, and then the pointer finger locked in on the G string, middle finger locked in on the B string. And then I've got kind of my ring finger and pinky finger stabilizing this shape here. So the pattern is going to be bass note, pointer, middle, pointer. Now the bass note's going to change depending on the chord. So if we go to this D chord, the bass note's going to be this one right here. C chord. So when you're using these shapes, the main string that you're going to be hearing a lot of is where your ring finger is here on that B string. So we have the E minor, we have the D over F sharp, so we just slide this up 2 frets. And then we go up 2 more frets to the G. And then we come back down to the D chord. Now we go 2 more down to the C chord. So E minor, D over F sharp, G, D, C. So our pattern here for, again, we're in the key of G chords using alternative chord voicings. The pattern is so these fingers here, the pointer and the middle finger, they're doing the same thing for every chord. The only thing that changes is that bass note, the thumb. So if we're going to play it in real time a little bit faster, maybe sing through it, it would sound like this. You call me out upon the waters, the great unknown, the feet may fail, and there I find you in the mystery, and oceans deep, my faith will stand. And then you're going to do that same thing for the chorus. It's just going to be the C. And I will call G, D, same progression, and keep my eyes when oceans rise. I am, and you are mine. Back to what we know. So that's really how you do it in the key of G using those alternative chord voicing. So we're going to switch keys now, and we're going to play chords in the key of D. So the main string that we're going to use with this chord voicing in the key of D, the alternative chord voicing, is the G string. And basically, instead of having our pointer finger on the G string and middle finger on the B string, we're going to move those both up one string. So now that pattern is going to be, and for this pattern, you're only going to be using your thumb for the top string. The bass notes are all, so you don't even need to worry about plucking that A string for the bass note. So same pattern, just you're moving these two fingers up one string. So that's our B minor. We're moving up that same shape, 2 frets, 1, 2. That's the A over C sharp. And then we're moving this ring finger here up 2 strings, 1, 2. And putting the pointer finger down right there. So that's our D chord. And then we're going down to an A chord. And then we're going down to a G chord here. So the main string that we're using in this alternative chord voicing in the key of D is this ring finger on the G string. And you're always going to be plucking that with that middle finger. Call me out upon the waters, great unknown. oceans deep, my faith will stand. So that would be your verse, and then the chorus is just going to be G, D, A. So, and I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the wave. And no, 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 I am yours. You are mine. Back to the normal. So that's the advanced picking pattern, kind of the advanced way to finger pick this song, both in the key of G and in the key of D. Sorry, I wasn't able to go through, literally like walk through every single fret that the chords were on. I wasn't able to go through literally everything in this video, but like I said, I've done specific videos on alternative chord voicings in the key of D and the key of G. So if you do need that additional help on, okay, what fret is he on, where is that B minor, those are going to be really, really helpful videos and helpful lessons for you. So have fun with this song. It's beautiful. If you can't figure out how to get these alternative chord shapes down initially, just play the regular chords up here, the G, the E minor, the C, and the D, and it still sounds super, super nice and beautiful and worshipful. So just hang in there and keep practicing. And remember the chord charts, if you need them, they're on my Patreon page. The link for that is in the description below. Leave a comment if you have questions, if you're confused, and I'll see you in the next one.